Follow your passion and you'll never work a day in your life. Is that statement true? Or is the idea of having a passion, finding out what it is, and basing your whole career and your whole life off that passion doing more harm than good? I've been researching this idea and what I found was very interesting. We hear motivational speeches from successful people all the time that are centered around passion. Find your passion, do what you love. But very rarely do we discuss the frustration that comes with that. Like, what is my passion? How do I find it? If I have found it, what do I do with it? Does my passion have to be my career? What if I'm not good at my passion? What if I have multiple passions? All these frustrations make me wonder whether we're seeing passion all wrong. Is our passion something that's already inside us since the beginning, ready to be unearthed and discovered? Like, does our passion find us? Or is passion something that we develop over time through conscious and unconscious choices? I'll be honest, I'm starting to dislike passion as we see it today. And I think that's mainly because in the world I live in, the West and all that, we prioritize like financial success, financial freedom as like the number one goal for the most part. Not me, no, I'm joking, a little bit, but not number one, but you know what I'm saying? As a society, we prioritize financial freedom, finance, money, freedom, whatever, as a number one goal. And so now your passion has to be synonymous with making money. It's not enough for me to be passionate about helping women. I now have to think of how do I help women, but also do it in a way that's going to finance my life. And to be honest, it makes sense because the way that we work now in today's day and age, trying to have a full-time career that finances your life and makes you financially fine and comfortable, and then on top of that, having a non-income generating passion that you also spend a lot of time on, sometimes it's just not doable. And to be honest, it makes sense because if you think about the way that we work now and the cost of living, it makes it very difficult to practically pursue a career that's going to finance your life and at the same time, but separately, pursue a passion. We just don't have the time anymore. So I get it. And to be honest, if you're completely clear on what your passion is and you found like a sustainable way to have that be your career sustainably long term and it finances your life, then why the heck not? But let's get back to the people who either A, don't know what their passion is, or B, don't know how to pursue their passion. Based on the way that passion is hyped up in our new age sort of way of thinking, and I talk a lot about this in my video titled, I Don't Want to Work That Hard, check that out. I feel like people who don't know their passion are paralyzed, scared of not making the right move towards finding out what their passion is. Or they simply feel deflated, like lackluster, because nothing is sparking that light in them the way something that they were passionate about would. Those people are described by Dr. Carol Dweck as having a fixed mindset. After studying students for over 30 years, she coined the terms fixed mindset and growth mindset. And this was to describe the underlying beliefs that people had towards learning and intelligence.
They understood that their abilities could grow through their hard work. They had what I call a growth mindset. But other children, for them it was tragic, catastrophic. From their more fixed mindset perspective, their core intelligence had been tested and devastated.
And some recent studies on the fixed and the growth mindset show that the degree to which you will succeed in finding your passion is dependent on what you define as finding it in the first place. Those with a fixed mindset, the ones I just described, they believe that their talents are their talents, they're born with what they're born with, their passion is ingrained in them, and it's just waiting to be discovered. Some people with a fixed mindset also believe that finding their passion will unearth this like endless amount of motivation that is needed to be successful. So that motivation will come when they find their passion. But I'm going to talk about that a bit more later. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset believe that their talents, their skills can be developed over time, and in the same breath, their passion can be developed over time. Now, I don't know which of these two I am, but I know which one I want to be. Because while you might think that the belief that your passion is always inside you and you're born the way you are and it's just a case of discovering it, whilst you might think that's actually the easier way to think about it, I would argue that actually having a growth mindset removes so much of the pressure that comes with having a fixed mindset. It comes with this idea that my passion is there, I just need to find it, it just needs to discover me, it hasn't presented itself to me. That is stress. Because say, what if I have 10 interests? And also, what is the difference between a passion and an interest? If I have 10 interests, how will I know which one to pursue? How will I know which one is like the God-given passion that's been in me since I was in the womb. How will I know? The beauty of a growth mindset is that I can pursue any of them without fear that I've made the wrong decision. And that opens me up to the corridor principle. I'm going to read the exact definition. The corridor principle states that the mere act of starting a venture enables entrepreneurs to see other venture opportunities they could not neither see nor take advantage of until they had started their initial venture. How many times have you been unsure as to whether to start something, or what course to take at uni, or what jobs to apply for? All because like all of our lives we've been told that this decision shapes your future. Your GCSE decisions shape your future. Where you choose to live as a parent will shape the future of your children. What course you do at uni will shape the future of your career. And while obviously that's true to an extent, I feel like the longer I live, not that I'm old, but the longer I live, the more I realize the effect of just doing stuff. The fear that you make the wrong decision becomes irrelevant if the alternative is paralysis. Oh, let me say that again. The fear that you'll make the wrong decision becomes irrelevant when the alternative is paralysis. Someone quote me. Someone quote me. If option A is moving forward with one of many pursuits, trialing it for a month only to find out that it was actually the wrong decision, but option B is paralysis, not moving forward or making any progress for a month, then option A was always the better choice, was it not? Not only has the month passed in both option A and option B, and even though option A was the wrong decision, you're still further along the line because now you're getting closer to finding out what that thing is because you've ruled out the thing that you tried in option A. Does that make sense? And you've developed competency just by doing something for a month versus not doing anything. Which leads me back to what I was saying earlier about people with a fixed mindset often have this belief that along with discovering their passion will come this endless amount of motivation that's needed for them to succeed. And I get it, because there's so many times I've been doing stuff and I'm like, oh, procrastinating, not doing it properly, just being so like undisciplined. And I always think like, nah, but if I was doing this thing that I loved, yeah, if I had my dream job, yeah, I would be so productive. But trust me, it's not true. I've learned the hard way that if I don't have discipline to do the things that I dislike, the things that are mundane, the things that are boring, the things that I'm not passionate about, I won't magically conjure up this motivation when I'm doing the things that I actually like or I'm passionate about. Especially if you're trying to turn that passion or that interest into income or career, because with work, no matter if it's your dream job, no matter if it's the best job in the world, work comes with work. So there's going to be parts of it that are mundane, that are boring, that aren't your favorite thing in the world, and you're going to need discipline to do that. So when I say that what I've learned while researching passion is interesting, I say that because there doesn't seem to be a universal understanding of what passion is. So the advice that comes with it is usually true, but it's often true to that specific definition of passion. Some people like Terry Trespicio argue that passion is not a plan, it's a feeling.
Passion is not a plan, it's a feeling. And feelings change. They do. You can be passionate about a person one day and a job, and then not passionate the next. We know this, and yet we continue to use passion as the yardstick to judge everything by, instead of seeing passion for what it really is, the fire that ignites when you start rubbing sticks together.
Some people, like YouTubers Truthless, teach a different approach to following your passion. I love this illustration that he uses in one of these YouTube videos, and it kind of backs up the argument for a growth mindset, and it's this feedback loop. It's that action leads to quantity, leads to quality, which leads to motivation, which leads to passion, which leads to more action. Basically, I'm now against the mindset of waiting for passion, aka a feeling, to then spark and jumpstart you into action. I'm now of the belief that you can just try anything, and development in that thing may or may not lead to your passion. As Scott Adams famously said, success caused passion more than passion caused success. This topic links very nicely to my I Don't Dream of Labour video, so check that out here. As always, let me know what you think. Do you have a passion? Do you believe in the idea of having a passion? Are you struggling to find your passion? Are you in favor of a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.